Hello, everybody. Today is 1 week away from Antarctica. I had another fabulous day in Buenos Aires. I did so many things. I walked 36,000 steps, over 36,000 steps, and I even took a few cabs, a few different places because I was a little tired of walking and wanted to get to somewhere specific before it closed. What did I do today? So many things. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. I went to 3 different gardens. I went to the Japanese gardens, which was neat, but was a little bit smaller than I expected, especially since it was like a paid entry thing, but that's okay. It was still pretty cool. I went to the botanical gardens, which was just a place with all sorts of different flora from different places in the world. And then I also went to the Rosedale Gardens, which was, I can't remember how many different types of roses were in there. I think there's like 92 or something like that. So quite a few different types of roses. So I spent a lot of the morning walking around there. After that, I went to the Recoleta Cemetery, which again I spent lots of time in there. It's super neat cemetery where lots of famous people, I guess, famous in Argentina, anyways, and political figures, military folks, and that kind of stuff are buried in there. Super cool, like huge mausoleums. Some of them that had multiple coffins and urns and stuff like that. Like these are just like multi-generational family mausoleums. It's pretty cool. And this cemetery is where Eva Peron, or Evita, is at rest. So that was, yeah, again, another really cool experience. After that, I went to oh, I didn't even write that one down because I forgot. I literally did so many things today. It is called the Libreria Ateneo, which is a bookstore. It used to be an old theater, so it was really cool inside. I had a really good lunch steak next door, and I must update you that the steak in Argentina is pretty damn good. I'd say it's on par with Alberta beef. So they're giving us a run for our money. The only thing that's different here is they really don't put a lot of seasoning on it when they cook it. And then they use like chimichurri as their sauce for it, which the type of chimichurri that they have, I'm not really a big fan of, but the place I went today gave me 3 different sauces. One they called pesto, but it didn't taste like the typical pesto that we have in Canada. Yeah, it was green and leafy and oily, but also with this like other twist of flavor that I don't even know how to describe. That was really good, along with this other like chopped pepper, onion stuff. Those were really good on the steak. And honestly, with just a little bit of salt, with nothing else on it, it was really good that way too. So like I said, really good quality beef. I also got a really good cut. I got the ribeye, so that helps as well. But it was so delicious, and a good price. It was, I think, like 20, converting it to US, like probably like 25 US dollars. So like, I guess with the exchange rate, maybe like 35 to 40 Canadian, but still for steak at a restaurant, that was a really good price. What else did I do? After that, I went to, actually, I did that before I went to the cemetery, but that's okay. And then I went to Teatro Colon, which is, I mentioned this before, I did my video the other day outside of it, a theater where they do opera. My mind is running blank. 3 things that they do there: opera, concerts, and something else. Anyways, my mind is full, and it is like 10:30 at night here as well. So that was super cool. And I actually did that tour in Spanish because they didn't have any other tours in English that day. But it actually was really good. I'd say I probably understood about 85% of what the lady talked about. So I'm proud of myself for that. And she thankfully did speak English. So the few things that I was like, what was that about? She clarified for me in English. So that was great. After that, came back to my hotel for a little while, and then walked down to Palacio Barolo, which, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff to say about that. I'm not even gonna go there, but it's a really cool place. I got to watch a portion of the sunset over the Congress building where I went yesterday. So that was really neat. We literally walked up to the top. There's a lighthouse in this building. It was super cool. So we were literally sitting next to the light that they used to use, for ships and whatnot. Now they only turn it on for 15 minutes a day. Because a lot of the buildings in the surrounding area are actually taller than the lighthouse now, so it's kind of an inconvenience to the people that live in those buildings. So they still just do it for, I don't know why exactly, just for, because it's there and they can. After that, I went to a Bare Notable, which is basically a really iconic bar. Not a bar, it was a cafe. I don't know why they call it a bar. But there's a bunch of these in the city, and the one that I actually went to was the oldest cafe in Buenos Aires. So it was pretty cool. I had a fruity tea and an, I'm probably going to say this wrong, oh gosh, I can't even remember what it is now. Alfo something or other. But it was a chocolate covered cookie type thing with dulce de leche inside. So tasty. I'm definitely going to have to bring some of those home for myself and maybe for my coworkers, because it's kind of what we do, is just bring good treats into work. And then I walked back to my hotel and booked a tour to another country. So I didn't think I would add another country to my list on this trip, but I am. I'm going to Uruguay on Thursday. It's a day trip. It's literally an hour and a half ferry across, I think it's a river, a really, really, really big river. I think they said it's 130 miles wide. So like when you look at it from the ground here, it looks like a freaking ocean. So yeah, that was my day, and it is now, like I said, about 10:30, and I think I'm ready for bed, a shower and bed. I did over 36,000 steps today, so I'm a bit of a sweaty mess. I was hoping to have some time to go through my photos today and post them, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to do that soon because it's day 3 or day 4, and I don't even know how many photos there are. So many. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. 1 week until Antarctica. Yahoo! See you tomorrow.